Hi students, welcome back to Alphos e-learning YouTube class for MSET. Right? Yesterday we learned about the problems which are related to the parallelogram law of addition of vectors. Right? That is already completed in previous classes. Now we have to discuss about the triangle law of addition of vectors. It is similar to the parallelogram law of addition of vectors only. Right? How to add two vectors by using triangle law of addition of vectors. Listen carefully. So the next topic is, please all of you, please follow with me. Okay, all of you students, please note down these concepts and do the problems related to these concepts. Right now, triangle of addition of vectors. Triangle of addition of vectors. Okay, it is an important topic. Okay, now how to make the triangle by taking the different vectors means, in order to form the triangle means we have to take two vectors. Right now, listen carefully. How to add two vectors? Like this is a bar, like capital A bar I am taking. This is one vector and this is the some other vector B bar. Okay, listen carefully. A bar and B bar, these are the two vectors which are included in a certain angle. Now, in order to add these two vectors means we had some method. Means in order to add the two vectors means there is a method. That means first we have to draw these two vectors by using meter scales. And the second point is the tail of the second vector added to head of the first vector. Tail of the second vector added to head of the first vector. Right? Now, after adding these two vectors, listen all of you. What I am taking is, this is A bar. Right? Now, the tail of the second vector added to head of the first vector means it becomes like this. So this is B bar. Now, what is the third point? Using the addition of vectors, we have to draw the vector from tail of the first vector to head of the second vector like this. So this is nothing but the result of both vectors A bar and B bar. Now, in order to find these vectors, in order to find this resultant of these vectors, now I have to find the value of R bar. Okay, as per the some condition. Now what I am taking is, listen carefully, I have to take, by adding two vectors, what is the value of R bar here. Now I am taking one controversial condition by taking the two vectors, like three vectors here I am taking. Let us say here A bar and this is B bar. Listen carefully, B bar and this is C bar. This is C bar, third vector. This is C bar. Okay. Now what I am taking is, let us say A bar, B bar and C bar. So these three vectors which are taken in same direction. What happens? So by comparing these two figures, now listen carefully. So initially what I am writing is, here these three vectors which are taken in same order means A bar, B bar, C bar, which are taken same order means what happens? The particle or the vector which is starting from this tail of the A bar and it is come back to this point only. That means the displacement traveled by this particle is 0 as per the condition of equilibrium. So what is the condition? Sum of these vectors is equal to how much? 0. Sum of these vectors is 0. Now what I am doing is, from figure, what I am comparing here, this is A bar, this is A bar, this is B bar, this is B bar. But comparing these two diagrams, okay, now by comparing these two diagrams, R bar is equal to how much? Minus C bar. Is it correct or not? Why? Because this R bar is the negative vector of the C bar. Right? That's why here what I am taking is, R bar is equal to minus C bar, or C bar is equal to sometimes minus R bar. So this condition which I am taking in this equation, that means what is the value of A bar plus B bar? Minus R bar is equal to 0. That means therefore R bar is equal to how much? A bar plus B bar. That means here, suppose in a triangle, listen carefully, what I am taking is A bar and B bar. These are the two adjacent sides of the triangle, which is having both magnitude as well as direction. Means these two are in same sense, A bar and B bar, which are taken in same sense. Then the resultant of these vectors which are taken in opposite sense. For example, this A bar and B bar which are taken in anti-clockwise sense, These two are anti-clockwise sense like this. Then the resultant is in clockwise sense like this. Okay. So this is the simple definition about the simple statement about the triangle of addition of vectors. Means if the two vectors having both magnitude and direction, which represents the two sides of a triangle, are taken in same order, then the resultant is in reverse order. The resultant having both magnitude and direction, which is taken in reverse order. That means what is the condition for this R bar value? R bar is equal, what is the value I am getting by taking this diagram? A bar plus B bar. So this is the equation which represents the resultant of both vectors as per the triangle of addition. Of vectors. That means R bar is equal to A bar plus B bar. Now after that I have to find the value of this magnitude of this resultant. How to find this one? How to find the magnitude of this resultant vector? Means there is a one method. It is similar to the parallelogram of addition of vectors only. Listen all of you. So I have to find the magnitude and direction also. Direction of resultant vector as similar to that of parallelogram of addition of vectors only. That's why here I am taking, let us say, again I am taking the same diagram. Okay, this is R bar. Okay, right. Now, initially these two vectors which are made by an angle, how much? Angle between A1 and B1 is, let us say, theta. Okay. Now we don't know about the mathematical relations in order to find the value of magnitude of this R. That means here what I am taking is, listen, I have to do. That means I have to write this projection. Means there is a projection from B bar to the extension of A bar. Means listen carefully. I have to take some points like O, A, B, C. Right? Now listen carefully what I am doing about this triangle. This A can be shifted parallelly and take a projection from C to exact perpendicular B. That means it forms one right angle and this is also right angle. It forms two right angles. Okay. That means here the resultant which makes an angle, how much it is? Resultant. This is the resultant which makes an angle A, means let us say it can be taken as alpha. Okay. Now listen carefully. From figure what I am finding is, yes, from figure, please tell me what is the value of this hypotenuse. Means what I am taking from figure, triangle OBC. This is the big triangle I am taking. Triangle OBC, please tell me. Triangle OBC, what is the value of hypotenuse? According to the Pythagoras theory, from this triangle, what is the value of OC? OC square is equal to, yes, OB square plus BC square. That means OC square, hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. Okay. Now listen all of you. So what is the value of here? This value and this value. Please tell me. This value is how much it is? According to this right angle triangle, sin theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse magnitude B, means this is nothing but B sin theta. This is nothing but B sin theta. This is B sin theta. This is how much it is? B cos theta. Right? After getting these two values, now listen carefully. So here OB can be written as, OB is the sum of OA plus AB whole square plus BC square. Right? Now here what I am doing, this is in the form of A plus B whole square, means OA square plus AB square plus 2OA into AB plus BC square plus BC square. Okay. Now I am substituting the values. The R values of this. OA means nothing but A square as per the magnitude plus AB means how much it is? B cos theta whole square. Okay, right, plus 2 into OA means A. Okay. AB means how much? B cos theta plus again BC. BC means how much it is? B sin theta whole square. B sin theta whole square. Right? Now OC means what the value of here? Resultant, nothing but R square. So R square is equal to again A square plus this is, listen carefully, by taking this expression, this is B square cos square theta, this is B square sin square theta. What is the value? After common of b square, cos square theta plus sin square, that is equal to 1. 1 into b square means how much it is? Again b square. That means here it can be written as a square plus b square plus again 2ab cos theta. That means what the value of r is equal to root of again a square plus b square plus 2ab into cos theta. So this is the method to find the resultant of these two vectors. Yeah, this is resultant which is similar to the resultant of vectors which is in parallelogram of addition of vectors, like r is equal to root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. Okay, both are giving same result. Both are giving same result. Now listen carefully. After that, what I am telling, let us say from this diagram, I have to find the tan alpha also. Means direction. Tan alpha is equal to how much from this big triangle? From this big triangle, opposite side by adjacent side. Adjacent side means a plus b cos theta, right? Now what is the value here? Opposite side b sin theta by yes a plus b cos theta. A plus b cos theta. That means alpha is equal to how much? Tan inverse. Tan inverse b sin theta by a plus b cos theta. So this is the method to find the direction of resultant. Okay, this is the method to find the direction of resultant of two vectors like a bar and b bar. So this total method, this total both results which are similar to the addition of vectors according to the parallelogram law of addition of vectors. Same thing. Okay, now. So listen carefully. So this triangular law which is used in parallelogram law of addition of vectors also. Now listen careful. By taking this triangular law, I have to find the diagonals of the parallelogram. That is we know already. Okay, by taking the parallelogram of vectors, now I have to take a note. Okay, now listen carefully. In a parallelogram, we know already. This is nothing but the parallelogram. Okay, this is P bar. Again, this is Q bar. We know in a parallelogram opposite sides are equal. That means here this is P bar again. This is also Q bar. Okay. Now listen carefully. What I am taking these diagonals? What are these diagonals of the parallelogram? Please tell me. This is nothing but I am taking D1 bar. So D1 bar is equal as per you know. This is P bar. This is Q bar. Means this is nothing but P bar plus Q bar. We know already. Okay. As per the triangle of vectors. These two vectors which are taken in same order. The third vector which is in opposite order. Like now in the same way. What about the value of this one? Please tell me. Other diagonal of this parallelogram, like this value. Now let us say this is P bar. This is I can take this. This is minus Q bar because both vectors are taken in same order. Then the third vector which is in reverse order like this. Okay. This is nothing but how much it is? D2 bar is equal to P bar as per subtraction of vectors P bar minus Q bar. That means, listen careful. This D1 magnitude of this D1 which is greater than D2, right? That means, listen carefully. As per the diagram, what I am doing is, let us say, we know that results. Diagonal of this big diagonal line is how much it is? Yes, P bar plus Q bar. And the other diagonal of parallelogram is P bar minus Q bar. P bar minus Q bar. Now, what is the values of individual values of P and Q in terms of D1 and D2? That means let us it can be taken as 1, it can be taken as 2. That means 1 plus 2. What happens? 1 plus 2 is equal to, please tell me. What are the values here? Yeah, D1 plus D2 means D1 bar plus D2 bar, which is equal to how much it is? By adding these two, plus Q minus Q both will cancel together. Plus Q minus Q both will cancel together. Means how much it is? 2P bar. P bar plus P bar, 2P bar. That means what is the value of P bar is equal to half of D1 bar plus D2 bar. D1 bar plus D2 bar. Okay. So this is the value of P bar. Means one side of the parallelogram in terms of diagonals. Right. I have to find the Q bar also. Means 1 minus 2. By taking subtraction of both equations. 1 minus 2. How much it is? D1 bar minus D2 bar, which is equal to how much it is? PB gets cancelled. Q minus of minus Q. Q minus of minus Q, how much it is? 2Q. That means 2Q. That means how much it is? 2Q bar. Right? Therefore, Q bar is equal to how much? Yes, 1 by 2 into D1 bar cross means D1 bar minus D2 bar. So these are the individual values of two sides of the parallelogram. That means P bar and Q bar. Right? So this is about the two sides as from the triangle only. Okay. Now what about these squares of these functions like D1 square plus D2 square? Please tell me. As per the resultant equation, D1 square is equal to what is the value here? P1 square. Sorry. P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. Right, as per the first equation, and D2 square is equal to how much? D2 square is equal to means this is nothing but the 1 square, this is nothing but the 2 square, by squaring of equations. Means what the value here? P square again, Q square minus 2PQ cos theta, because it is a subtraction of vectors, this is the addition of vectors. That's why by squaring of these diagonals, how much you will get by taking, means by adding these two equations, means 1 square plus 2 square. 1 square plus 2 square, how much it will? That means D1 square plus D2 square, which is equal to how much? So these two are cancelled together, means 2 into P square plus Q square, P square plus Q square. This is the relation. So this is the application of triangle law, which is in parallelogram law of addition of vectors. Okay, by taking the triangle law only, you have to take these diagonals of the parallelogram, like D1 bar is equal to P bar plus Q bar, D2 bar is equal to P bar minus Q bar. Okay, I have to take the another application. This is nothing but note 1. Okay, note 1. Now, what is the second note? Means I have to take the second application for this triangle of addition of vectors. Triangle of addition of vectors. Okay. So, all of you, please listen carefully. This triangle of vectors are very easy. Why? Because this is similar to the parallelogram law of addition of vectors. Parallelogram law of addition of vectors. Okay. Now I have to explain the second concept for the application of triangular law. That is nothing but the condition for collision. This is the second application. Nothing but condition for a collision. Condition for collision. This is the most important application as per IIT. Okay. Now initially what I am doing, I have to take two particles. Like, listen carefully. As per your previous knowledge, I have to take the vectors which are like this, means two particles. So this is the three-dimensional rectangular coordinate system, x, y, z axis. X, y, z axis. Now, so this is we know already. This is the origin, right? Now, initially, what I am taking is the particle which is at a point, let us say P. So that means the first particle which is at a point P, and the second particle which is at another point, let us say this is Q. Okay, that means these two particles having position vectors, let us say R1 bar. So this is nothing but the second particle having position vector how much? R2 bar. Now these two particles having position vector, let us say it can be taken as, let us sometimes x1, y1, z1. At the same time, second particle x2, y2 and z2. So these are the initial position coordinates of the particles at time t is equal to 0. At time t is equal to 0 means the particles which are initially at rest at point P and Q, having position vectors so much R1 bar and R2 bar. Okay. Now listen carefully. So after some time, at a particular time t, these two particles are meet at a particular point due to the constant velocities. Like here, this particle which is moving with velocity, let us say v1. Let us say v1 bar, and this particle which is velocity, how much it is? v2. Now listen carefully. What I am taking is, suppose this particle, first particle which is moving with constant velocity, after time t, it meet at a particular point. Let us say this is A. So that means these two particles will meet at a particular point A due to the velocities attained by the particles after time t. Means what is the distance traveled by the particle? Please listen. Speed or velocity is equal to distance or displacement into time. In a straight line motion, distance and displacement both are equal. That means distance is equal to how much? Velocity into time. As per this formula, what is the distance here? v1 into t. As the distance traveled by the particle is in time t means v2 into t. Okay. Now listen carefully. What I am taking is, what is the final resultant of this particle? Final resultant of this particle is how much? This is one vector, this is another vector. By taking these two vectors, what is the resultant? This is the resultant. Right? This is the resultant displacement of the particle. Okay, this is nothing but, let us say, r bar. Capital R bar I am taking. That means, listen carefully. Initially the particles, the two particles which is at a point P and point Q. Which is at point P and point Q. Okay, at time t is equal to 0. At this is at time t is equal to 0. Right? After time t, these two particles are meet at a particular point A due to the velocities attained by the particles. Let us say P particle moving with velocity how much? V1. That means what the distance traveled with this particle during the reaching of point A means V1 into t. And this point Q means the particle Q which is moving with velocity V2 means it attains some displacement. When it reaches the point A means V2 into t, means V2 bar into t. Now finally, what I am taking, by using the triangle of addition of vectors, listen all of you. So this is one vector, this is another vector. Means if these two vectors which are taking the same order means third vector is in reverse order. Means as per the condition, listen carefully. What is the resultant displacement attained by these particles? Both having same displacement. This particle having same displacement. Means, so that means after time t, what is the condition for collision is? That means r bar is equal to what is the value? Please tell me. According to this condition, r bar is equal to, yes, r1 bar as per the diagram, r1 bar plus v1 bar into t, which is equal to, again for the second particle, what is the total displacement? R2 bar plus v2 bar into t. Okay, that means what I am taking is, therefore r1 bar plus v1 bar into t, which is equal to again r2 bar plus v2 bar into t. Okay, what I am doing is, here r1 bar minus r2 bar, which is equal to how much it is? This r2 bar can be written right and left side, means r1 bar minus r2 bar is equal to how much? v2 bar minus v1 bar into time t. Okay. In order to find the time taken for collision of two particles, I have to return this equation in this form. Time is a scalar, that's why. That means here what I am taking is modulus of r1 bar minus r2 bar by modulus of, why I am taking modulus means I have to explain. So v2 bar minus v1 bar. So this is the time taken by the two particles to meet at a particular point A. Okay. So why I am taking here t is equal to magnitude of r1 bar minus r2 bar by magnitude of v2 bar minus v1 bar. Means why I am taking here magnitude means, in order to subtract the two vectors, you got the another vector. Okay. That means here also, in order to subtract the velocities means you got another velocity vector, right? That means, but time is a scalar. That means you have to take the magnitude, means this vector magnitude nothing but a scalar. Scalar by scalar, nothing but scalar. Okay. So this is the time taken. By the two bodies to reach from point O to A. Okay. This is the resultant displacement. That means this is the condition for time taken by the collision of particle. Collision means meet, interact, okay, or impact. Right. Okay, all of you. Please write down this one. This is very important condition. Finally, the time taken by the two particles to meet at a particular point A means t is equal to r1 bar minus r2 bar by modulus of v2 bar minus v1 bar. Okay. Now I have to take one problem based on this condition. All of you. For example, for the same question, here I am taking this way. So I have to take one question based on this concept. Yeah. Okay. Here what I am giving this position vectors means, let us say 1, 3, 4 or 1, 3, 5 I am taking 1, 3, 5. That means initial the particle is at a point B which has the coordinates 1, 3, 5. This is nothing but 2, 4, 6. Okay. 2, 4, 6. So this is I am taking. Now, initial these are the two positions of the particle. Now, the particle which is moving with velocity vector I am giving, velocity vector is equal to v1 bar is equal to, let us say, 2I cap plus 5j cap plus 7k cap, and this is meter per second, and v2 bar is equal to, I have to give the three-dimensional vectors here. v2 bar is equal to how much? Let us say I am giving this can be taken as, let us say, 3I cap plus 7j cap plus 9k cap, right? So these are the velocities, meter per second. Now, at what time these particles are collide? At what time these particles are collide? At point A. So please tell me, what is the time taken by these two particles to make a collision? Means what is the condition? Time taken is equal to modulus of R1 bar minus R2 bar by modulus of, please tell me, V2 bar minus V1 bar. Now how to solve this one? R1 bar minus R2 bar means, what is the quotient? Means as per the position vectors, what is the formula? R1 bar is equal to general formula x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 into k cap. Z1 into k cap. At the same time, what is the R2 bar value here? x2 I cap plus y2 j cap plus z2 into k cap. So these are the two position vectors of the particles when these particles at point P and point Q. Right? Now in this way, I have to give the points. Means what are the here position vectors here? Please tell me. This position vector nothing but as per the condition, this is x1, y1, z1. Like I cap plus 3j cap plus 5k cap meters, and the second position vector is 2I cap plus 4j cap plus 6k cap, right? Meter. That means R1 bar minus R2 bar means, so subtract R2 bar from R1 bar. That means I cap minus 2I cap means minus I cap plus 3j cap minus 4j cap means minus j cap. Again, that means here what I am finding is R1 bar minus R2 bar is equal to minus I cap minus j cap minus k cap. I am getting. So this is the displacement attained by the particle. Displacement attained by the particle, like, okay. That means we have to take the magnitude. Magnitude means how much it is? Yes, please take this one. So magnitude of this vector means root of minus 1 whole square plus minus 1 whole square plus minus 1 whole square. That means 1 square plus again 1 square plus 1 square by, what is the V2 minus V1? Please listen this one. 3I cap minus 2I cap means how much it is? I cap. This is 2j cap. This is 2k cap means how much it is? Root of 1 square plus again 2 square plus 2 square. That means how much it is? Please tell me. Root of 3 by this one, root of 9. Okay, this is how much cancel? That means t is equal to, what is the answer? 1 by root 3 seconds. 1 by root 3 seconds. This is the method. Okay. So this is the generalized method to find the time taken by the two particles at a particular point A. Okay. So this is the condition of collision theory. Now based on this concept, I have to give one problem. Please follow this one. Right, all of you. Based on the same condition, I have to give one more problem. One problem based on the condition for collision. This is the problem based on the condition for collision only. Yeah, all of you write down this. Two particles having positions R1 bar is equal to 3I cap plus 4j cap meter, comma R2 bar is equal to minus 5I cap plus 3j cap meter. Okay, are moving with velocities let us say v1 bar is equal to, I am giving the velocities also, 4I cap minus 4j cap meter per second, comma v2 bar is equal to again a into I cap minus 3 into j cap meter per second, full stop. If they collide after 2 seconds, full stop. Find the value of small a. Find the value of small a. This is the question I am giving. So first of all, you should read about this question. What is the data which is in the given question? That means two particles having positions are given. This is the one position vector, this is another position vector. Okay, and they are moving with, these two particles are moving with how much velocity? Velocity vectors also given. That means v1 is equal to how much? 4a cap plus 4a cap minus 4j cap. v2 bar is equal to a cap minus 3j cap meter per second. If they collide after time how much? 2 seconds given. Okay, now in order to go through the solution, first I have to write this data which is given in the question. That means here what I am writing, r1 bar is equal to 3i cap plus 5j cap meter. R2 bar is equal to how much? R2 bar is equal to, please tell me. Minus I 5i cap plus 3j cap meter. And what are the velocity vectors here? I am giving 4i cap minus 4j cap meter per second, and v2 bar is equal to how much? Yes, ai cap minus 3j cap meter per second. So, and time also given. Time is equal to how much? 2 seconds I am giving. Right? Now, in order to find the value of a, this is very simple. We have to take, what is the condition for collision? R bar is equal to R1 bar plus V1 bar into T, total displacement, is equal to how much it is? R2 bar plus again V2 bar into time T. Now it can be written as R1 bar minus R2 bar, which is equal to how much it is? V2 bar minus V1 bar into time T. Okay. Now R1 bar minus R2 bar, how much it is? R1 minus R2 means 3i cap minus of minus 5i cap. How much it is? 8i cap. Is it correct or not? Now again 5j cap minus 3j cap. How much it is? Plus 2j cap, which is equal to, what about the V2 minus V1? Not V1 minus V2. We have to find the value of V2 minus V1. Please tell me how much it is? V2 minus V1 means ai cap minus 4i cap means how much it is? A minus 4 into I cap. A minus 4 into I cap. Next. After that, how much it is? Again? A minus 4 into, that means minus 3j cap minus or minus plus means how much it is? Plus j cap. Plus j cap. Is it correct or not? A cap